recording now? Okay. Oh, check this out. I've got a lesson. Maybe this will help. I'm not sure. It's a little far away. I might have to just describe it. Good thing I own the guitar. Okay, let's tune up. Why don't we do that? I've got one of those little tuners. Sits on the end of your guitar, you know. There's a million of them. But this one's great. I got it at Rockbridge Music. Diana, thank you very much. And so you just clip it on and you play the note, and if the string is pretty close to the right note, it'll tell you. In this case, it said no problem, right there. I'll show you that one. That's E. Oh, see that? I think it should say E is cool. All right. So we'll quickly tune up the guitar and we'll talk about harmonicas. Pardon me. Everything's just a little low, or what they call flat. Wow, this thing held a tune, and it was out of tune when I last played my video for you. A little inside fact there. All right, what is that? Okay, so here's the deal. We'll add a little bit more to that key stuff, right? Okay, maybe I can hold this up here. You know, everybody has a different way of seeing the world. It's profound when it comes when you have them explain how they see specific things like technology. Music is technology, basically. Some people have such an amazing ear when they sing, they can hit the note, Sarah Jane, and some people can pick things off. It's incredible by ear, right? But it's good to know what's going on in the background. So this is what I thought about. It's like, how do you see notes? People say, oh, you know, it's A, B, C, D, and then, oh, it's when your numbers, after 7, it's a higher note, and that is the fact, but we won't get into that. Point is, there's 7 major, when I say major, I mean like big notes. There's sharps and flats in between, so there's A flat, then B, right? I'm sorry, A sharp, sorry, music teachers. And so you're going up, A, B, C, like going up the alphabet is going up, right? So when you go to A to B, there's A sharp, but it's also called B flat because it depends on what direction you're going. Trying to get carried away with that stuff right now. But the point is that you got these 7 notes, right? Look at this one right here. See the 7 notes? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, this is how I see it. There are certain notes that relate to others in a bunch of songs you're familiar with, okay? In a certain way, it's usually a triangle like this. Doesn't have to be, but I'm really teaching songwriting. You learn how to play your instrument, and my suggestion is go to a teacher when you don't know what to do, but take some initiative, and my suggestion is don't learn scales. I am going to get flamed for that one. But the reality is that creates patterns that somebody's telling you to do. And the unique guitar players among us, the ones you know, famous, Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, you know, some of them knew theory, but some of them started playing at such a young age that they found their way. So my suggestion is don't sit there and say, I got to play scales for 30 minutes, but maybe you want to learn about the basic technology okay, of the scale. Why you go from this note to that note, that's fine. But find your own patterns. Your fingers are different from anybody else, just like your fingerprints. So when you grab a guitar neck, it's going to be different than the next person, and just what goes on in your brain, the synapses and such. If you let yourself freestyle with a bigger picture of where you are, you'll drill down on your unique style, okay? That's the thing. So anyway, this is the only thing I'm going to get into with regard to theory, okay, this one concept, is pick a note. Pick a note anywhere on that circle. And depending on how the video looks, let's say you go to your right, pick a note, okay, call that note number 1. Okay, put that in your mind. Whatever note that is, call it number 1. All right, now clockwise, what's the next number next to you? I mean, we know what the note is clockwise, but what would the next number be? 2, right? If you start at 1, you're going to 2. And then you're going to 3, the next note up, and then you're going to 4. Oh, look at the 4. And then the 5. Oh, 5 now. That relationship, 1, 4, 5, is behind everything from certain church chants you've probably heard on a record, Christmas time, to that go back maybe to the 13th century, or like I said, 10 centuries. It's possible. It's because the human ear likes that relationship. 1, wherever it is you picked, count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's songwriting. Okay, that is songwriting right there. Why is that songwriting? Because every song has a part that is that first note that they're calling 1, typically the key, right? And then it has a 4 that you can easily go to, and it sounds great to the ear, and a 5 to complement it, so you can mix and match 3 different things. And like I've been saying, the things you're mixing and matching are what you're coming up with yourself. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Let me turn this a little bit. Doesn't matter if it's you strum an A. That's the 4. So I'm playing A. Another way to play the D, which is the 4. Remember I said the other day we were in the key of A? A, D, E. A is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 is D. On that circle, always just keep the progression in mind. You'll get to know that circle really well. It's really easy, really simple. Then go back to the A. And then you can do something that might sound kind of pop or whatever and simple, but you go to the 5, E. Right? That's it. Let yourself come up with parts. Learn leads, usually playing with your parts. You want to develop an ass-kicking lead style? Come up with your part. Let yourself play your parts. Unless you want to play cover music, when you go into cover music, in other words, playing somebody else's music, you're going to go, holy shit, Tom was right. Most of that stuff is that kind of basic 3 notes undergirding. That's not simple. You know, they say rock and roll is only 3 chords. That's what they're talking about. It's the key. It can be way more intricate than that, and you can do that. Okay, now, how does that all relate to the harmonica? So the harmonica, the typical what's called a blues harmonica, or in parlance, blues harp, what goes on here is they apparently, honestly, I don't know the details, but I do know this much. It's got notes that work in the key you're playing in. All right, will it work with other songs? Maybe, but it might sound really weird if you don't play it in the right key. This one happens, there's no marking on it. I think it's the key of D. All right? That's what it is. Now, I can use the D to play along with a song in D. Right, so I just now, using the D as my one, arbitrary, as my one, I played the D, so in the D would be, see, I don't even have it completely memorized, but I'm familiar with the neck, what's going on here. Anyway, D, G, A, those are the three notes. So I played a D chord, a D note, and then I went to the G, which is the 4, D, C. What is it? D, C. What comes after C? D. No, wait a minute. That's not right. D, C. It's C, D. It's D, E is 2, F is 3, and whatever. I'm sorry. Now, let me think about this. D, we were working in A, and so I just got a little confused. So D, and then the 4 is G, and the 5 is A, okay? So what we're working with here, see, the reason why I'm a little off track on this is that I wouldn't play a D harp with a D song. And you're like, what? It works. If you want to do that, that's fine, but I wouldn't do that. I would use the D harp as the 4 in a song in A. Check this out. So you got this, right? In D. There's D chord. G. That's the 4. Go to the A. Kind of flub that for a moment. But that's in the key of D. Now let's play in the key of A. Different type of song. Okay, so the riff is in A. It's been a while since I played that, and I haven't worked out a harp part for that. So the thing is, what's kind of cool about the D harp in an A song is that drawing in on it is very bluesy sounding, okay? So there's A, D harp, draw in. When I blow out, it becomes more, it's probably major notes, specifically major. I don't know, but maybe the other thing is more minor. Honestly, I don't even know that theory. But the thing is, it sounds great. There's a time and a place for your move and fade. Something like that. All right, jam on.